Join me in this exciting new video as I introduce you to my first condo client and delve into their journey. Discover why they chose Belize as their dream destination, hear about their first time experience in this enchanting country, and learn how our dedicated Keller Williams Belize family made all the difference for them. From boots on the ground support to securing the best win-win deal for everyone involved. We left no stone unturned in ensuring our client satisfaction. But that's not all. Tune in to hear firsthand about their exceptional experience with our top-notch closing attorney, Robel & Co., as well as their seamless encounter with property management in Belize. We leave no aspect untouched, providing you with an entire comprehensive overview of the entire process. We are here with Ms. Janice and Mr. Steve. Ms. Janice and Mr. Steve, here's a big secret they don't know, and I just briefed them on how this interview was gonna go. Did you guys know you guys were my first condo buyers?
We did not.
No, we didn't. No.
All right.
I knew you were in training, but I did not know we were your first job. Oh my gosh. That's
Of course, you never forget your first one, right?
exactly. That's, so they say.
So Steve, please introduce yourselves a little bit.
My name's Jan. We're both from Pennsylvania.
I'm Steve, we're also from Pennsylvania.
Steve is retired.
Right.
And I still work for a living. And hopefully not for very much longer, because I would like to retire to Belize, Amber's Key, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, this is our plan, like I said, so the plans are all started thanks to Joe.
Why Belize?
Okay.
I'll start. Probably 15, 20 years ago, I decided I wanted to move to the Caribbean. And my mother, who is here with us, has been my traveling partner. And then Steve entered the picture, became my traveling partner. So I've tripped the like fantastic in the Caribbean, trying to find out where I wanted to settle. I didn't want a car. I didn't want all the propaganda in a big city. I didn't want any of that. And I brought him down here, and
We did,
fell
yeah.
in love.
We did, like I said, we did Antigua, Curacao, Dominican Republic. And if you just compare the places, it's the Caribbean, and two, this place is the people. Simple life, we're simple people, so.
Great. I and my mother came in 2013.
2030.
Yes.
Wow.
We stayed in Belize City, and we went from there. And I just fell in love with it. The culture, the people were so nice. I mean, they were so accommodating. I think more than anything, they're very, very genuine. And there's nothing you can take away from being genuine. Everyone should be like the people here, seriously. Steve and I came in 2021, after the pandemic. And as he said, we'd been to Antigua, Curacao, Punta Cana. I looked at Utila, we looked at Roatan. Then we came here in 2021, and Steve fell in love just like I did.
How was your experience first? Because when you first reached out to us, you reached out to Macarena and Yvette, and you had that conversation and that relationship started off with them.
Yes.
It wasn't until when you came back in 2021 that you were introduced to myself, and I was showing you around. How did you feel with that?
I reached out to Macarena in 2019, and I explained to her what I wanted, the things I wanted to look at, and she was amazing. I mean, she not only said, I know what you want, but here, let me guide you through and let me try and point you in the right direction. She actually did things that were more important to me, so I appreciated that so much. But since I couldn't get out of the country, we kind of dropped off. Then I picked up again early 2021 before we came down, because at that point in time we came down and we were ready to start looking. And I mean, Macarena she was just amazing. She really was. There was no pressure. There was no, if you don't do it now, you're not going to get it. There was none of that, which I appreciated, because coming from the States and then having to make that decision on a spur of a moment, first of all, neither one of us are going to do that. And she guided us through the process. And then, lo and behold, here you came.
So, what was your experience when it comes to looking at the units here with me and just overall the feedback?
Well, like you said, you showed us both sides of the island, which was really good. I mean, you know, me being down there, like I said, just one time prior to all this, just, you know, riding around, you know, I got a good feel for where I wanted to be, and she always assumed that we were going to be north, you know. So seeing this down here, but like you and showing them this place here, like we're currently right now sitting here talking about it, kind of like sold itself.
How did you guys feel when it comes to the price that you got? You don't have to mention it now. Did you guys felt like we helped you get a good price, that we negotiated, that we did everything we could to get you the deal that you wanted?
You know, let you go that, but like I said, as we said, like I said, we went, you know, not going around you, but I said, you know, to suggest where we were at, because we were scared we were going to scare them off with what we bid. And Macarena was very good at telling us, okay, here's where it's going to be at, and we kind of figured that's where it was going to be at. You know what I mean? So.
But I think as far as the price of where we were as a comparison to what they wanted and where we were and what we wanted, I think you did. You came and said, here's where we can talk to them about. And that's where we settled, was you knew where we wanted to be and you knew where they were. So being able to bring that price to amicable for both parties, I think was the best thing, don't you?
Yes, and like I said, you were the one that did a lot of the work.
Yeah, you did that.
It was also very important, the communication you guys had with me and being able to
oh,
go
absolutely.
back and forth and just questions.
Yeah, everybody was on the same page of what, you know, you have to do this and we proceed to that, whatever. So I mean,
exactly. And it wasn't hard being out of the country doing this. It was very simple because I could text you, email you. It was back and forth for both of us. So we were in constant communication with how Steve and I were going, this is what we want, yes, yes, yes. We were always there. If we had a question, all we had to do was email or send you a text or send you a WhatsApp, and you came back to us, which to me shows that you were invested in us too.
Using Robo, right? Using Robo, we use Robo as the closing attorney.
They were.
I mean, it's no secret. I love Robo. I highly recommend him. What was your experience? A little bit of your experience with that?
I would say, like I said, it was never like, well, we'll get back to you thing. It was, okay, we got it, whatever, and we'll present it when it's, you know, we'll be right back to, again, representing our best interest. You know what I mean? So, and we know how kind of that process works sometimes, you know what I mean? But exactly, you know, we knew what was going on mostly at, you know, every minute, you know what I mean, in the day, whatever, you know. And as I said, they went above and beyond like you people did and made sure that this went, you know, the way we wanted to go. Yeah, right.
It really
That's exactly
was.
the
It
word.
was very, very seamless.
So.
We're 1,000 miles away, and knowing that we had you to depend on and an attorney who saw our best interest took a lot of stress off of us, because when you're that far away and you're trying to buy property, first of all in a foreign country, knowing that you have someone here that you can depend on and you can trust, and I think that's the biggest thing.
I think
Steve and I both trusted you, and we trusted the attorneys, because when we asked questions, it was forthright, and there wasn't any, well, let me think, I don't know. There was none of that.
So they bought here Pelican Reef. I mean, now that I mentioned the name, and I always tell people every time that I mean, we've sold 2 more units in this complex. I always tell them, you know what, from experience, from people that are here, and just overall in TripAdvisor, they're number one small
Yes, they are.
hotel in the island. The coverage is just superb. Now, this kind of quality of service happens when a team, a dynamic team gets together and they work very well. And you just mentioned it
Oh,
yourself.
absolutely.
The team is flawless.
They are.
Remember you mentioned bills are on time. You don't have to worry about anything that happens in the unit. You are
Nope.
told what's happening if something needs to get repaired.
We couldn't be more happy.
Oh, you
I'll tell you
you have
what.
no idea.
The
Walking, it's
people
family.
here are amazing.
Amazing.
They are absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, from Tristan to Enrique to they bring me coconuts and they cut them so I can have coconut water.
Yes,
Seriously.
whatever, yeah.
And our last trip here was last August.
Yeah.
And when we came this time, they remembered 23 coconut
Yeah.
water.
Brought 'em
I
out.
mean, it's amazing.
Had all that.
So this was the big seller for you guys,
Oh
right?
my God, yeah.
God, just take a look
This
at
is
that.
just- I mean,
Tell me about
it's just
you
breathtaking.
don't want to wait. Tell me you don't want to wake up and see that, see the sun go
Every
down at
morning.
night. Yeah.
Awesome,
That
right?
is really
It's
nice.
absolutely beautiful. Like I said, you can see everything.
I'll tell you, after you showed us this before we left, we rode all the way back up and Tristan let us come back. and
Oh,
look
yeah,
at
we
it.
looked
You know,
again.
I said,
We
we
did.
said, this is it.
This is it. You knew it then.
I mean, you had us sold the first time. We just wanted to go back, go through it again, and it's just like it's all you thought about.
All right, guys, so there you have it. And if you want to be the next Jan and Steve here in Belize, please feel free to reach out to me. My information are in the descriptions below. We will love to be able to have an in-depth conversation with you about the closing process and cost of Belize, the opportunities that may be here for you, the different areas of Belize that may work for you. While I may not be the agent for you in different areas, because in Keller Williams Belize we have an agent for every different town, I would be able to refer you to someone and pass that information over to someone else in our company that will be able to help you there. We would love to be able to help you. So make sure you reach out. Also remember to like video, subscribe, and make sure you hit that notification button so you're the first one to know when we drop new videos. Thank you for watching, everybody, and may you have a wonderful day.